Hello everybody, my name is C3B Awesome, and today I am going to be showing off a brand new character that I have just made, kind of, for Mugen. And if you want to see the actual character showcase, please skip to the time skip down below, but if you'd like to hear a bit more, then please stick around. So I have been a big fan of Power Rangers SPD for a while. I've loved the concept of a future police force, and we're actually getting close to the date that they imagined. So woohoo, SPD year pretty soon. I mean, not everything is technologically advanced, but still, it's pretty cool. It was a nice concept. They made new footage. I really liked Power Rangers SPD as a whole. And when I found out that there was a game called Power Rangers Super Legends for the DS that you could play as some of these characters, I was like, heck yeah. And was extremely disappointed. All of the characters played the same, and they didn't feel that natural. Now, here's the thing. Yesterday, I released a character called the Nes Megazord Bootleg from a bootleg Power Rangers game. And actually, you can see him right here. I'm also using a controller to help me do the inputs correctly. Nes Megazord Bootleg right here. But that was kind of a lie. This was not meant to be the character that was going to be released. I just kind of threw them together. The real character that was going to be released is right here, and I'm going to show him off right now. Meet the S.P.D. Omega Ranger. I really liked the Omega Ranger in SPD. His abilities were really unique and they just seemed so cool. But a big problem that I had was that it was so underutilized. They barely did anything with his character, and Sam as a whole was really not well utilized within the season. But his powers were cool, and I wondered how he would work in a fighting game. And this image right here that he's used for his character select screen is actually from Power Rangers Legacy Wars from a loading screen, so I figured it would work pretty well. And as for his actual icon, that came directly from the game itself. I don't know if I'm going to be making more characters from SPD or from that game in general, but if I do want to make them all unique, because a thing I didn't like is that they all played the same, and some of them weren't correct. Like, for example, Sam used a sword. Sam never uses a sword. He also used a gun. That isn't right either. But yeah, let's test him out, shall we? I'm going to be using the Green Ranger to test him out on. If you want the download link, please go check out the Mugen Archives Power Ranger section, please.
It's only gonna take one Ranger to stop you. And that'd be me.
Round 1. Fight.
So right away you can tell, Sam is actually voice acted for once. SPD Omega Ranger is the first ever character that I've actually taken liberties with and had a ton of voice acting done. So I looked at 3 different clips online for Sam. I looked at his debut, his battle against Devastation, and his battle against the mirror villain that I forgot about, and took lines from those, and it helped inspire his moveset. He doesn't go "aya hoya" for any of his moves. I originally wanted to do this, but I realized that got really annoying really fast, so I decided not to do that. But let's take a look at his basic moves. So as you can see, this is his idol, a little different from what it looks like. I should mention that I did edit a lot of the sprites to cohere to his abilities within the show. So here's his stand and his crouch. Looking pretty smooth, doesn't it? Then we have his walk back, his sprint, his jump back, and then his jumps. So he has a upward jump, which you can double jump. You have a forward jump, which you can also double jump, and a backwards jump. I gave him a double jump for a reason, and I'll show you why later. But let's look at his basic moves, as in his attacks. So his X button is his light attack. His heavy button is a kick. And his media button is a punch. So in that order, if you want to do a full combo, it would go light, medium, heavy, like so. As for his light attacks, on the ground and all of his different crouching attacks. He has a light attack, a sweeping medium attack, and a uppercut heavy move. Alright, let's just push him in a little bit so we can see his air attacks. His first light air attack, a simple punch. His medium air attack. This is probably one of his best air attacks. If you want to just start up a combo, this would probably be the move you use. You probably won't be using the light punch very often. And then his really unique heavy, and I'm going to show you why it's unique. So, it is actually a heel kick. If you want this to work, it's actually pretty slow. It's probably his slowest hitbox, but it has a special attribute. It actually trips opponents when they're on the ground, if I can do it right, and if they're in the air. So this is actually supposed to be sort of inspired by Snake's forward air in Super Smash Bros. This is the way I kind of styled this to work. It is definitely fun to use. And now, I'm also going to show you his taunt and then his special moves.
You're accused of wanton destruction and disrupting the peace.
That is taken from his fight with Devastation, I believe. And now for his special moves, which are all voice acted. This is the first time I've given special moves to a quarter circle of all of Sam's moves. So first is his forward quarter circle X move, which is Blast Mode. It's pretty slow, but it is fun to use. It also juggles. So if I can do it right. As you can see, it also juggles if he's in the air, which is nice for combo building. Next is his backward circle X.
Electro mode! Electro mode!
He actually uses Electro Mode, and it actually has another special attribute with the fact that it actually double hits. So, of course, he fires a projectile, but if you're close to him, the electricity will actually do damage to the opponent. Now for his middle attack specials. This button is mostly reserved for all of the different specials that he has for, basic actual attacks, not like ranged attacks. So first is his forward circle,
Muscle mode!
which is muscle mode.
Muscle mode!
Really good if you want to keep a juggle going.
Muscle mode!
And then my personal favorite, hyper mode. Oh, hyper mode.
Hyper mode! Hyper mode!
You can do up to 6 punches with hyper mode, and it's extremely fast. So if you do use it without actually hitting the opponent,
Hyper mode! Hyper mode!
he actually does use hyper mode. I originally wanted to make another special, which he would negate all ranged damage, but I figured that'd probably be a bit OP if he could do that whenever he needed to.
Hyper mode! Hyper mode!
So this is just basically a punch barrage.
Hyper mode!
But it's still a fun thing to use. And finally, his ultimate, Light Beam mode, which is inspired by his quote-unquote ultimate finishing move in Power Rangers SPD. It's also very fun to do combos with.
Muscle mode! Mode!
Except here's the thing. If you miss, you miss. Watch.
Mode! Mode! Mode!
I should also mention it does cost a bar of power, while none of your other moves cost power.
Blast mode! Blast mode! Electro mode! Muscle mode! Hyper mode!
But yeah, that is essentially all the different moves that I've given to S.P.D. Omega Ranger Sam. This is the first time that I've actually made a character that can really combo well and actually fits in a fighting game setting. He feels really good to play as compared to all of my other characters, and I'm actually going to be playing him online, unlike my other characters, which are pretty meh in comparison. I took inspiration from all of them and from other creators and how they styled their characters. The 3-button layout is actually a bit inspired by Fourth Rhyme. Let's see if I can pull this off.
Muscle mode.
There we go. But yeah, he is a lot more fun to do combos with than other characters, and he is voice acted without the annoying ha ya ho that you get from other characters.
You're accused of wanton destruction and disrupting the peace.
If I do another character, I'll have to do a lot of research. The reason why Sam came so naturally with his moveset is because his modes are all listed on the Power Rangers page. And I did custom make all of his sprites for his special moves. These basic attacks all came from Super Legends, the actual game itself, and all of his movement and stuff like that. But as for things like Blast Mode, Electro Mode, Muscle Mode, Hyper Mode, and Light Beam Mode were all custom made to fit the character. If I do make another Power Rangers character, I probably will put a lot of love into it, but he will be very different and be in a very similar style to the S.P.D. Omega Ranger. I want to set up my characters with the different quarter circle layout, and I did want to give him a 6th special, but I decided against that because I feel like it wouldn't really work well, and besides, he ran out of modes at that point, so you can use all of his different attacking modes. Oh, and by the way, before you ask, if you do want to try and use Light Beam Mode twice in a row, you're not going to get much damage out of it. I didn't want them to just spam Light Beam Mode just so that you could get a bunch of different damage combos. No, you're going to have to be a bit more smart with how you use your moves. But yeah, this is my first really proud character that I'm happy to put out there, and I hope people enjoy playing as, you know? I really did enjoy making Sam, and if you do want to see a battle with him, I'll actually go into arcade now. Oh. Alright, I got TC-14, and he can't attack. This is a joke character, so... Yeah, he's glitching.
KO.
And this time, stay down.
Fight.
But yeah, he does have a lot more combos than other characters that I've made in the past, as you can see.
KO.
And this time, stay down.
But yeah, that is actually just a full-on showing of the S.P.D. Omega Ranger. I really did enjoy making him, and going back to this character that I started in 2019 and completely remaking him really gave me a new perspective.
It's only gonna take one Ranger to stop you. And that'd be me.
Round 1. Fight.
So one last time, we're going to see all of his different specials.
Blast mode. Electro mode. Muscle mode. Muscle mode. Hyper mode.
But yeah, that is the S.P.D. Omega Ranger. I hope you guys enjoyed playing as this character. He's definitely one of my best characters I've ever made, and he's actually one that I would really enjoy playing online, and I might even make a combo guide on him. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Please have a good day, and I'll see you later.